Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. So, well, Legends isn't back for about 6 weeks. It's a bit of a disappointing thing, so I thought I'd refresh everyone's minds, talk about the promo again, and also some stuff that could be potentially happening to Legends in the back half of this season. So let's quickly watch that mid-season premiere promo if you've not watched it yet, or if you have watched it yet, it's just like a recap, or like a refresher if you want to call it that. So yeah, let's watch it now.
This is John Constantine.
Skinny Brit in a trench coat.
I am an accomplished warlock, expert on the occult.
Did I tell you I don't like horror movies?
DC's Legends of Tomorrow. All new episodes return February 2018 on the CW.
It's been a long time, love.
John?
Now let's see. The last time we met, I saved your soul. Now there's something you can do for me.
Look, I'd love to help, but your timing is terrible.
But this won't take long, you see. There's a demon out there. He's possessing a little girl. That demon, he knows your name.
So obviously in the mid-season finale we did see Jax go. So in the crossover we saw Martin Stein die, one half of Firestorm gone, and in the mid-season finale we saw Jax leave the Waverider, so that's Firestorm completely gone. So we are one superhero down and two members of the Waverider down at this stage. And then Citizen Cole joined for the mid-season finale and will be in the mid-season premiere as well, but he's only in one more episode by the looks of it, so we're going to be down another member of the Waverider. So the Waverider contingent is getting a bit small, and it's getting a bit more roomy in that ship. Now obviously Constantine is also going to be in episode 10 as well, so he'll fill a bit of room there, but he's only going to be in that episode. That's the only episode he is in at this moment. So yeah, we need some more members for the Legends at this time. Now, speaking of this, the producers actually confirmed that an already established character in the Arrowverse, so from any of the shows, it could be from Arrow, it could be Supergirl, could be from Flash, but an established character in the Arrowverse would be joining the Legends this season. They didn't specify when, but they said they would be joining at some time. So I guess the big question is, who the hell is this established character that's joining the Legends? So we will be going over that, but be sure to let me know in the comments who you think the new existing Arrowverse character could be or should be that is joining the Waverider this season. Let me know in the comments section down below. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So the first one I want to talk about is a newcomer to the Arrowverse, and that is actually Ray Terrell, or the Ray. So during the Crisis on Earth X crossover, we were introduced to the new superhero of the Ray. Although he was one of the freedom fighters held prisoner on Earth X, he was actually from Earth 1 and paid a visit, though quite brief, back to his home Earth to fight the Earth X Nazis before the crossover was officially done. Now, the Ray proved to be a pretty solid addition to this universe and is a hero that would be right at home aboard the Waverider. His power set is visually fairly similar to that of Firestorm, so he would be a pretty decent replacement for Firestorm. And he does have a weakness, as he does have to absorb rays to fuel his power, so he isn't completely overpowered for the show, which is something I don't really like having on Legends, is someone that's completely overpowered. Next up is Miss Martian, or Megan Moores. Miss Martian was introduced in Supergirl Season 2, but was a side character rather than like an actual focus. She was basically, when it came down to it, a love interest for Martian Manhunter. Adding her to the Waverider would bring in some much needed knowledge and forward thinking after the death of Stein, as well as interesting and pretty useful powers. After all, shapeshifting is an ability that would come in pretty handy on the Legends' various missions through time. Adding her to the Legends would bring in another female to the team as well that is, becoming pretty increasingly female, you could say oriented, but almost dominated as well. And as we've seen on Legends, all the female characters tend to be pretty kick-ass, so I think Miss Martian would definitely fit in. Next up is another Supergirl character, and that is actually Mon-El. Mon-El is a very polarizing character for Supergirl viewers, with many people either viewing him as a really good Superman proxy or replacement or stand-in, or feeling like he was just very obnoxious is probably the best word to go with, and sort of pegged Kari down as a character rather than letting her, grow as a character. So there is a split with people who would want him to remain on the show and for people who would want him to leave and go elsewhere, such as Legends. And those that would want him to go to Legends wouldn't be doing it as a compliment, saying like, oh, here, have this great character. They'd be like, oh, get rid of this burden from my show, get him away. So yeah, there's a bit of a disconnect there with the fans of Supergirl. I think a lot of those fans may just want him permanently off Supergirl and hope that the multiple Earths and stuff that's been established in the Arrowverse mean that he can go be another show's issue. Setting aside the issues he brings upon this show of Supergirl, I don't really think he would be necessarily a good fit for Legends though. And that just isn't based on his power set. Like, even if they depowered him a bit in whatever that way that might be, his characteristics would be ones that would definitely disrupt the good flow that the Waverider has currently. The other options, like characters in this video, I believe would add to that, but I think Mon-El would probably be like a detriment to it. Mon-El is a bit of a sook. Like, if you're going to be honest, he has a cry about everything, he complains about everything. And I don't think, honestly, that Mick or Sarah would copy his attitude for too long before placing him in that cell we've seen used a couple of times. Or possibly just injecting Mon-El with lead. If they were just like, okay, I can't stand this person, where's that syringe with that lead pencil in it? Can we stab him with it? Because he's getting really annoying. But I guess it just depends how annoying he actually is. Next up is Roy Harper, aka Arsenal. Now, Roy was introduced back in the first season of Arrow, which was obviously the first season of the Arrowverse. Roy has had one of the best arcs in the Arrowverse, going from a product of the Glades, of Feith, to becoming a crime-fighting hero, might I say. Not time-fighting hero, but he could be if he joined the Legends. However, this was short-lived for the most part, as he took the fall for the identity of the Hood, or Ollie, back in Season 3 and left the show. We did see him come back in Season 4 for one episode, and we will be seeing him return in Episode 15 of this season of Arrow for a short arc. So this could possibly be like the connective tissue to get him over to the Waverider and joining the Legends. Also, the fact that he isn't a superpowered character is a plus for the show, as I prefer it when the Legends don't have any significant advantages compared to the people they would be taking on. Our second last option is one that we have sort of already mentioned early on in this video, and that is John Constantine. Matt Ryan is pretty much the perfect John Constantine. He does such a good job. So good that they actually took his character, which wasn't initially in the Arrowverse, and put him in there due to fan demand. We have seen him bring Sarah Lentz's soul back from the underworld or the afterlife, whatever you want to call it, and we will see him back together, or them back together might I say, in episode 10, the mid-season premiere, in around 6 weeks time. So could this episode possibly serve as a test run or audition on the Waverider for Constantine and how he would possibly work with the team? It possibly could be, but who knows, we'll have to wait and see. And our final option is the one that everyone seems to want to see happen, and that is Wally West, aka Kid Flash, joining the Legends. Wally West has always been neglected for the most part on the Flash TV show, relegated as basically a sidekick who doesn't really get to do much other than move certain people out of the way or cause a distraction for Barry so he can take down the villains. Wally has been absent from the Flash for a large chunk of the season. Even when he came back for the crossover, he was essentially relegated to personal security for Joe and Cecile. Kid Flash joining the Waverider would fill that over-the-top young superhero excitement and energy that Jax or Jefferson added to the show. And the visual effects needed for the speed of Kid Flash would be an easy addition, as it has been done for years on The Flash, and we had it last season with Reverse Flash as the leader of the Legion of Doom. Wally has actually already appeared on Legends of Tomorrow this season, as we saw in the season premiere, when he sort of stole Nate's stake or pride on those criminals. Nate was like, yeah, I'm taking down these people, and Wally just went in there in a second and took them all down. And they shared a pretty funny scene that definitely hinted towards a pretty strong friendship and partnership between the two. However though, personally, I would prefer if Kid Flash didn't join the Waverider due to him being a bit too overpowered. However, if he did, I wouldn't be too upset or mad and get really angry and, wouldn't watch the show. If he joined, I'd still be looking forward to how he interacts with the rest of the Legends. I just think there are better options that would better fit the team. But I think Wally's energy and his charisma would work with the Legends. I'm just scared that his power set is maybe a bit too overpowered for what the show is going for. So yeah, Legends is not back for a while. It's actually replacing Supergirl in its time slot. So closer to the day we will get to know when Legends is properly coming back. So don't expect Legends videos in the next couple of weeks because, or at least episode videos and trailer videos, because they're not going to be coming. We just might talk about some news regarding Legends as we lead up to it finally coming back in around a month and a half's time. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below what are you looking forward to most in Legends when it comes back, and which member of these people I mentioned here, or even another character that already exists in the Arrowverse, would you like to see join Legends? Maybe it's Jay Garrick, maybe it's Jesse Quick, maybe it's Ragman. It could be any of those. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you'd want to see join the Legends. And also, if you want to, you can leave me why you want them to join the Legends as well. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.